stop right there. If you're wearing a blouse this exact second, I need you to look down at it before you keep watching, because there's a good chance you're already making mistake number 4, and it's the one that's quietly aging you by 10 years without you even knowing it. I'm not talking about color. I'm not talking about pattern. This is something almost every woman over 60 does out of pure habit, something she was taught was proper decades ago, and nobody ever told her the rules changed. By the end of this video, you're going to walk to your closet, pull out your favorite blouse, and see it completely differently. So stay with me, because mistake number 6 is the one that stylists whisper about but almost never say out loud on camera. Hey there, and welcome back to Elegance at Any Age, the channel where we prove, week after week, that looking sharp, polished, and completely put together after 60 doesn't require a stylist, a personal shopper, or a credit card that cries every time you swipe it. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button right now, because this is exactly the kind of practical, no fluff, real talk fashion advice you've been searching for. And if you're one of our regulars, you already know the drill. Grab your coffee, get comfortable, because today we're going deep into something that affects almost every single woman in this audience. Before we dive in, do me one small favor. Tap that like button. It genuinely takes 2 seconds, but it tells YouTube, hey, this is good, show it to more women who need to hear it, and that's really how this whole channel grows, one tap at a time. And while you're at it, drop a comment telling me which number is your blouse. We're going 1 through 7 today, so just type the number once you know. I read every single one of them. And if you're new here, please, subscribe before we get started, because this channel is built entirely around helping women exactly like you look elegant and current without spending a fortune, and you won't want to miss what's coming next week. Alright, let's get into it, because mistake number 1 is happening in probably 8 out of 10 closets right now, including maybe yours. Mistake number 1, the oversized fit for comfort. Here's something nobody wants to hear, but I love you too much not to say it. Somewhere along the way, a lot of women decided that after 60, comfort and shape have to be enemies, like you can only pick one. So we start buying blouses a size up, sometimes 2 sizes up, thinking it's kinder to the body, thinking it hides things we're self-conscious about. But here's the twist nobody tells you. A blouse that's too big doesn't hide anything. It actually adds visual bulk everywhere, it swallows your natural waistline, and worst of all, it makes you look like you're wearing your husband's shirt rather than your own. Think about it this way. Have you ever seen a photo of yourself in something roomy and thought, why do I look bigger than I actually am? That's not your body. That's the fabric creating extra volume where there doesn't need to be any. Excess fabric catches shadows, it moves in ways that add bulk, and it hides the natural lines your body already has, lines that, when shown just a little, actually make you look leaner and more put together. The real secret professional stylists use isn't sizing down and squeezing in either, because that's just as uncomfortable and just as unflattering in the opposite direction. It's structure. A blouse with the right shoulder seam, sitting exactly where your shoulder actually ends, instantly reads as tailored, expensive, and intentional, even if it cost you $15 at a thrift store. That one detail alone, the shoulder seam placement, is what separates a blouse that looks like loungewear from one that looks like it was made just for you. So the fix is simple. Stop chasing roomy. Start chasing shaped. Your shoulders should never look like they're wearing a tent, and your waistline should always be visible, even softly, even gently. Comfort and structure are not opposites, and once you find that middle ground, you'll never want to go back to the oversized habit again. Mistake number 2, ignoring sleeve length. This one is sneaky because most women never even think about it. Sleeve length is one of the most powerful aging or de-aging tools in your entire wardrobe, and almost nobody talks about it. A sleeve that ends at the widest part of your forearm, right around the mid-forearm area, is the single most unflattering length that exists. It draws the eye straight to a spot most women don't want highlighted, and it cuts the arm visually in half in the least flattering possible place. Meanwhile, a 3/4 sleeve that stops just below the elbow, or a full sleeve that goes all the way to the wrist bone, both create a clean, elegant line that looks intentional and current. Have you ever noticed how certain women just look effortlessly elegant in photos, even in something simple? 9 times out of 10, it's the sleeve length doing quiet, invisible work in the background. The mistake is buying based on the season instead of buying based on the cut. Summer doesn't mean every sleeve has to stop at that unflattering mid-forearm point. There are gorgeous, breathable 3/4 sleeve options, and even lightweight long-sleeve blouses in linen or cotton blends, that keep you cool while still giving you that clean line. Not every short sleeve is created equal, and that's exactly what we're going to fix today, one small detail at a time. Okay, pause with me for 1 second, because I want to know something. Out of the 2 mistakes so far, which one hit closer to home, the oversized fit or the sleeve length? Type 1 or 2 down in the comments right now. I promise you I'm going to be reading through them after this video goes live, and it genuinely helps me know what to cover deeper in future videos. And if you haven't already, this is your sign to hit subscribe, because we post new videos just like this one every single week, all designed to help you look polished, current, and completely yourself, without spending a fortune doing it. Subscribing is completely free, it takes 2 seconds, and it means you'll never miss a video the moment it goes live. Okay, let's keep going, because mistake number 3 is one that even stylish women get wrong constantly. Mistake number 3, the wrong neckline for your face shape. A lot of women pick blouses based on what looked good on someone else, a friend, an influencer, a mannequin in a store window, without ever asking whether that neckline actually flatters their own face. It's such an easy trap to fall into, because we see something on someone else and think, that's beautiful, I want that, without realizing that the exact same blouse can look completely different depending on your own face shape and neck length. A high, tight crew neckline can shorten the neck and add years, especially for women with a rounder or fuller face shape, because it creates a solid, unbroken line right at the point where you want the most openness and lightness. Meanwhile, a soft V neckline or a gently open collar creates length, draws the eye upward toward your face, and instantly looks more youthful and elegant. This isn't about buying a whole new wardrobe, and it's definitely not about following a strict rule that says you can never wear a certain style again. It's about becoming aware, next time you're shopping, of what's actually happening around your neck and jawline, because that single detail changes everything about how, put together, you appear from across a room. A simple trick is standing in front of a mirror and holding different necklines up to your collarbone. You'll be surprised how quickly your eye starts to notice the difference once you know what to look for. Mistake number 4, tucking it all the way in, all the time. Remember earlier when I said you might already be making this one? This is it. Fully tucking in a blouse, all the way around, was drilled into a lot of us as the proper way to dress. It was the rule our mothers taught us, the rule that made an outfit look neat and finished. But fully tucking in without any shape or blousing actually flattens your silhouette and can emphasize areas most women prefer to soften. The alternative, and this is the part professional stylists actually use, is the French tuck. That's tucking in just the front center portion of the blouse, leaving the sides loose, which instantly creates a waistline, adds movement, and looks far more modern and relaxed. It takes 10 seconds and changes the entire silhouette of an outfit. Here's why it works so well. When the sides of the blouse are left loose, they naturally skim over the hips rather than pulling tight across them, while the small tucked section at the front still gives that clean, defined waistline that makes an outfit look intentional rather than sloppy. It's the perfect middle ground between fully tucked and stiff and completely untucked and shapeless. Try it tonight with whatever blouse you're wearing right now, and I promise you'll notice the difference immediately in the mirror. Mistake number 5, matching everything too perfectly. There's an old idea that a blouse has to match the bottoms exactly, same tone, same color family, everything coordinated like a uniform. It feels safe, it feels put together, and for a long time, it was considered the correct way to dress. But that kind of matching often reads as dated rather than elegant, and it can flatten an entire outfit into looking like a single block of color with no depth or interest. What actually looks current is intentional contrast, a soft cream blouse against a deep navy trouser, a dusty rose against charcoal gray, a crisp white against a warm camel. The eye is drawn to contrast, and contrast reads as confident and stylish, while head-to-toe matching can unintentionally read as trying too hard to be safe, almost like a uniform rather than an outfit you chose with intention. The good news is this doesn't require new clothes at all. Open your closet right now and look at pieces you already own that you've never paired together simply because they didn't match, in the traditional sense. That soft blouse and that trouser you thought were too different from each other might actually be the most elegant combination sitting in your closet this very moment. Mistake number 6, the fabric nobody talks about. Here's the one I promised you at the very beginning, the one stylists rarely say out loud. It's not about color or cut at all, it's about how the fabric behaves in movement. Stiff, structured fabrics, the kind that hold their shape without moving with your body, can actually make you look more rigid and aged in photos and on camera, because they create hard, unmoving lines that don't flow naturally with the way you walk, sit, and move throughout the day. Soft, fluid fabrics like a light crepe or a silky rayon blend move with you, catch the light gently, and instantly look more expensive and graceful, even at a fraction of the price of a stiff, boxy blouse. This is actually one of the biggest secrets behind why some women look effortlessly elegant even in very simple, inexpensive outfits. It's not the price tag. It's the way the fabric moves. Next time you're shopping, do a simple test. Hold the fabric and give it a gentle shake. If it moves and flows, drapes softly, and catches a little light as it settles, that's your winner. If it stands stiff, holds a rigid shape, and barely reacts to the shake, put it back, no matter how nice the color or print might be. This one small test can completely change the quality of your future blouse purchases. Mistake number 7, wearing the same blouse for every occasion. And finally, the mistake that ties everything together. So many women find one blouse that works and then wear a version of that exact same silhouette for every single occasion, work, dinner, church, errands, family gatherings, all of it. It's understandable, once you find something that feels safe and comfortable, it's tempting to lean on it for everything. But different settings call for subtle shifts, a slightly dressier fabric for evenings, a more relaxed fit for daytime errands, a sharper collar for anything formal. It doesn't mean buying 7 different blouses, and it definitely doesn't mean overhauling your entire wardrobe. It means learning to adjust the same core pieces with small styling choices, a different tuck, a rolled sleeve, an added accessory, so each outfit feels intentional for where you're actually going, rather than feeling like the exact same look recycled over and over again. So there you have it, all 7 mistakes, and more importantly, 7 simple fixes you can start using today without spending a single extra dollar. If this video helped you see your closet a little differently, that's genuinely why I make these videos every week. Now here's what I need from you. If you got any value out of this today, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we release brand new videos just like this one every week, all designed to help women over 60 look elegant, current, and completely confident without breaking the bank. Subscribing is the single best way to support this channel, and it costs you absolutely nothing. Give this video a thumbs up if you're going to try the French tuck tonight, drop a comment telling me which mistake surprised you the most, and share this with a friend who needs to hear it. And one more time, if you're not subscribed yet, please take 2 seconds and do that right now before you go, so you never miss what's coming next. I'll see you in the next one.